Yeah.
Oh, sure. So I'm removing these eggs because they have a 1% chance of survival in the wild, especially in areas around humans. And we're going to take these eggs and incubate them artificially, but at ambient temperature, so we make sure we don't mess up their sex ratio. The warmer the nest incubates, the more females you get. The cooler, the more males you get. So we don't want to mess with nature, so we do it at the outside temperature, the ambient temperature. And we'll incubate these for about 60 to 90 days. It's usually about right in between there. And we'll hatch them out and hopefully get them into the classroom for the students to raise and learn about the bay and the turtles. And then we can release them back here next year in June.
And if you can give your name and who you're working with too, so everybody knows.
So I work, my name is Jeff Popp, and I'm a volunteer co-director for the Terrapin Institute. And I also work full-time for the Chesapeake Bay Trust. And we've been doing this egg relocation and incubation for many years, and it's very successful. We have about a 90-95 success rate in our hatches.
How many of these do you do a year? How many rescues?
We're based in Nevitt, and my colleague Marguerite Wilden, she started this whole thing. But she rescues turtles pretty much every day during the nesting season. Rescues turtles and the nests, because they're running out of places to nest. And so you guys have this little bit of beach here. You see, she loved it, so she used it. And unfortunately, a lot of people are rocking up their shorelines, and there's not a lot of places for these guys to nest anymore. So they pick out these little pieces of beach, and it turns out to be a buffet for the foxes and raccoons.
Now, do you know how many you released after they hatched last year?
Last year we actually didn't do the Head Start program, but we did collect eggs and hatch them out, and I think we had about 80 hatchlings last year.
So that's hopefully 80 terrapins.
Yeah, 80 terrapins. And sometimes what we'll do is, like if the nest is in a good area, there's a lot of good habitat around, we'll just put a nest protector around it, or relocate to an area where they can hatch naturally. But in areas where there's a lot of people, that typically you can still get a lot of impact on the eggs. So
an area like this, which is a marina,
right,
we can show around here.
Walking around, maybe curious what's under the box. So typically those don't do well with the nest protectors.
So how much are we up to now?
I lost count.
You got a dozen, huh?
I was betting on 14. I think I'm going to be wrong because it looks like 2 more at least.
Wow.
Well, you'd be right at a dozen. It's amazing how deep their back legs can go. You know, that flat-shelled animal, and how, I don't know if you watched her pack it, but
no, I didn't. I just saw, I was wondering how she dug it.
It's really kind of cool to watch them.
It looked like she did it with her face almost, because her face is really sandy.
Yeah, it's like they're sniffing out the perfect spot. And so they sniff it out, and then they scoop it. They make a first impression with their face, and then they use their back legs to finish it off. But there's a video on our Facebook page, the Terrapin Institute, where you can see the female covering up her nest and laying eggs. And well, I think you guessed right.
No way.
It's 14.
What do I win? No, you need to, no.
Is there
you
another
need to
one?
go over to the side there.
Uh-oh.
There's at least 2 there.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay. You would have had leftovers.
I don't want that.
When they come out of the
feel it?
sand, when they're born,
Yeah, I feel
what they call it, boiling or something like that?
What's that?
They call it boiling.
Oh
of the
yeah, when they all
sand.
hatch together, sure.
Oh, there's a bunch.
Look
There's
at
3.
that.
It could be more.
Should have brought 2 containers.
Oh,
yeah.
there's 3 more. I see
Wow.
3 more, at least. Still.
Jackpot on that one, huh?
Every time you take one out, there's more behind. Go, mama.
Yeah, she's a healthy one. But, you know, everybody, well, I'm sure you guys, I don't have to tell you guys, but everybody, you know, questions all the things that we're doing and all the money we're spending on the bay, but I've been around here I've lived in Annapolis for 10 years, and I have never seen where you could drive over the Severn River and see fish like jumping out of the water and schools of fish on top of the water. And it's just hey there.
Hi.
She was a busy mama.
Oh my gosh. I am so glad you posted that.
Yeah, I do.
Me too.
Deeper
Really?
than
Go a
I
little
thought.
higher.
Because that's what I
Go
was
up
really
there. You're right
worried
in
that
there.
they would get, just kind of trampled.
I'm so glad there was actually some down in there because I didn't know.
You see definitely one more?
Assumption.
Could be
No,
rock.
I don't think she would have dug a hole for nothing.
If it wasn't there, I think you got it.
All
You
right.
have a small hand in there? I've got a small hand.
Yeah, you can feel around.
But let's do the final count here and you can say if you're on the video.
So let me count
How
them.
many total do you get?
1, 2, 3,
Before I
4,
stick my
5,
hand in there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16.
Good job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let us see your face here. Let everybody know who you are. Good job.
Yeah.